Hello and welcome to Tip Tuesday on NLF Live, and today we're going to discuss the difference between a VC-23152 and a VC-23153. So what are all those letters and numbers that I'm talking about? Well, a VC-23152 is actually a violation of Vehicle Code VC section 23152, which is the code section for DUIs. The A count is driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and the B count, so a 23152B, is driving with a 0.08% blood alcohol content or higher. So those are the two main vehicle code sections that are typically charged when somebody gets arrested and charged for a DUI. There are other subsections too, like specifically driving under the influence of drugs versus alcohol, specifically driving when you're a habitual offender. So there's separate subsections, but those are the two main ones. Now, VC-23153 is when you're charged with a DUI that caused injury. So regardless, let's say you were driving and the passenger in your vehicle is your fiance or spouse, and that person got hurt subject to a DUI collision. Let's say you didn't hit another vehicle, but you ran into a median and that person hurt themselves. You can be charged with a DUI with injury. Now, let's say that person broke their bone, a broken bone or a fracture or anything along those lines could amount to great bodily injury, and you can be charged with a GBI enhancement. So sometimes what happens is people get convicted of crimes that involve a GBI enhancement, which is a strike, even if they didn't harm, somebody who was a stranger to them or a random other person on the road, but somebody in their own vehicle. So those are the things to take into consideration when there is a pending DUI allegation. Did somebody get hurt? What extent were those injuries? And, could this possibly be charged as a felony DUI with serious or great bodily injury? And the reason to, it's so important to determine whether or not that GBI enhancement is going to attach is because, like I mentioned, it is a strike. It's an automatic additional 3 years if, potentially, if convicted and sentenced on it. So it's pretty serious. Felony DUIs, strike allegations, and anything that causes injury to another person. So it's important to consult with a experienced criminal defense attorney in your area, whether or not you think this may potentially be a misdemeanor or the other party didn't get hurt that seriously. You may not be aware of how serious those injuries are, and whether or not you are facing more exposure than, 6 months county jail on a misdemeanor DUI versus several years in state prison for a felony DUI or GBI enhancement. So that is the difference between Vehicle Code Section 23152 and Vehicle Code Section 23153. It's the injury that matters. And then from there, the extent of the injury determines whether or not there are going to be any enhancements. And then I will follow up probably tomorrow with other types of enhancements that can be attached to your DUI charges, like speeding, minors, and so on. So I will talk to you tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.